Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. In this meal we're having fish with white rice, and this is the Alaskan pollock. I think it's pollock. I think I called it pollock, but I think it's pollock. This is the Alaskan pollock that we got from the food pantry, and so we're having a fish dinner, and that's what we're having. So I'm going to make my batch first because Glenn would like some hot and spicy stuff in his. So I apologize for the lighting. I don't have my normal lighting light set up here. I've got the oil warming up. I'm just going to use one egg at a time, so that way I don't put in too many eggs and waste them. Oh. Hope you all had a good weekend. Alright, so for Glenn's fish, we got the seasoned salt pepper. We're putting red pepper, crushed red peppers, and some cayenne pepper. Alright everyone, so here's our fish and rice dinner. So this is again the Alaskan pollock that we got from the food pantry. Alright everyone, so this is the first of 3 meals I'm going to show you where it costs 2 people less than $1 total to eat a full meal, because we utilize the items we receive from the food pantry. In this meal, we received the fish and we received rice from the pantry. So all we actually used from our own cupboards were the seasonings and the soy sauce, and that is less than $1. So we're going to move on to the next meal. All right, so here in the second meal, we're actually having lunch, and we received these Better Cheddar sausage links from the food pantry. So I have 4 of them here, and all I did was cut them open down the middle and split them and just face them down to fry them on the griddle. So being a lunch and each of us having 2 of these, that is a full meal for lunch. So all I'm doing is warming up some tortilla and putting them on there, and that's how we're eating them. Remember, these meals do not have to be extravagant. They're just very basic, simple meals, and for a lunch, this is more than enough. So utilize your food pantry items. Don't let them just sit in the freezer. Make yourself a lunch meal, a supper meal, and breakfast. You could take these sausage links, cut them up, mix them up with egg as well, and have a breakfast egg scramble. So, all right, so that's what this simple meal was. Again, we paid less than $1 because we were provided the sausage links, and all we had to use was tortillas from the house. So another blessing meal for us. Let's move on to the third and final meal. All right, everyone. So welcome to a new meal, and welcome to a very budget-friendly meal. So I didn't think about recording it until I was already started, so I didn't say anything while I was doing this, but I'll just go through everything with you. What I'm making is, I'll get the other bag of it. Alright, so what I am making is, this is called fideo, and you can get one of these little packs in the Mexican aisle of Walmart for 50 cents. This is a 7-ounce pack, and I kind of tore it on the side there so I have noodles falling out, but 50 cents for this pack of fideo. And what I did, before you saw me put the tomato sauce in, I had a little bit of oil at the bottom. I was just using canola oil, and I was browning the noodles. So heat up the oil, throw the noodles in, and just kind of toss them until they're browned. And then you saw me put, you can either use three small cans of the tomato sauce, or one small and one big. This 15-ounce size and 8-ounce. So a total of either 3 small or 1 big and 1 small. And then I also threw in the can of corn. So this meal, in reality, is costing us 50 cents. And a little bit for the oil. You can't really, you're looking at pennies of oil in there, because if you take some of your canned goods from the food pantry, so from the food pantry we got this corn, sorry it's so close, and we got both the cans of tomato sauce from the food pantry. So we just got the fideo from Walmart, and that was 50 cents. So we're only using 50 cents from us, and the canned goods are coming from the food pantry. So if you're ever in question on how to use your canned goods, this is one way. And now I'm going to let it simmer, of course, until it cooks. But this is a very extremely cheap meal to make, and it ends up being a lot in there, so I'm sure between 4 and 6 people can eat off of it. Glenn and I usually eat 2 bowls each, or we can save it for the next day. So 50 cents is going a long way on this meal. And this is a meal I grew up with. My mom made fideo all the time. This is pretty much how she made it, except she added more water to make it more soupy. After this is cooked, you're going to see that it thickened up. So, just showing you, one, an extremely budget-friendly, cheap meal, and two, how to use some of your canned goods from the food pantry. So combining the canned goods with a 50-cent pack of fideo that we bought, and we're making a full meal that's going to make us full in our bellies. So there it is. I'll be back when it's done. Alright everyone, so the fideo is done, and you can see how thick it got. I already took some to Glenn, but you can see how thick it got. If you want it more soupy, either add water, more water, or a broth of your flavor, your favorite flavor. We tried chicken broth in there once, and we did not like the taste. It actually took away from the tomato taste from the sauce. So we eat it just like this. Now, if you don't like corn, you can put whatever veggies you want in there. Mixed veggies, green beans, whatever you want. You can add to it potatoes, ground beef, steak, whatever, chicken, whatever you like. But in trying to keep it as a extremely budget-friendly meal, this right here, even if we paid for the can of corn and the tomato sauce, we're still looking at a meal that costs probably less than $4. $3 to $4 at the most for two people, and the two people are going to probably have seconds, and there's probably enough for thirds after that. So that's a cheap way to go, but just a way you can use your canned goods from the food pantry and just add a little something to it, like a 50-cent pack of fideo noodles at Walmart, Mexican aisle. There's other noodles they have there too from the same brand. They have mini shells, stars, alphabets. A lot of people make them for their kids, and so yeah. So that's today's budget-friendly meal. Alright everyone, so I just showed you 3 meals that cost us less than $1 to make these full meals, and 2 people ate off of them, and actually 2 of the meals, well, all 3 of them, if you think about it, we had seconds on. So this is just showing you different ways you can utilize your food pantry items and make the food pantry work for your pocket, because it saves us on money. So if we didn't have all this stuff from the food pantry, look what all of this would have costed. So if you're on an extremely tight budget, try to use your resources, search out your local food pantries, and utilize the food, because just to show you in this video, it does save you on money. That's 3 full meals, which we had seconds on each meal for 2 people, and it cost us less than $1 for each meal. So that's $3, 3 full meals, and I don't know how to explain it other than that. So we are very blessed to have been able to go to the food pantries, and blessed to be provided these meals with minimal out of our own pocket, which allowed us to get other kinds of food that we didn't have to buy any of this stuff. So that's how the food pantry works. You go to the food pantry, you get the stuff, you use some of your own stuff with it, and you make full meals. And using the food pantry does save you money. And if you didn't believe that before, $3 or $1 for each of these meals for 2 people, that says it all. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate all of you. And please seek out your resources. If you are in need of food, find a way to get you to your local food pantry. So with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.